surprised to see that, but just before that, Maddie Dagan had gone 9.875, and earlier in the rotation, Domingo and Lech both went 9.9. It was all let off with Peterson, 9.85. Those are all huge scores. 49.5. Tanya Chaplin joins us now. What an excellent way for you guys to start on balance beam.
Yeah, they fought hard. You know, it didn't go perfectly. Everything didn't go our way on that event, but they fought all the way through. So I'm really pleased to see how they kept, you know, having each other's backs and continuing to go and expect what I know they can do every day.
Yeah,
so.
you only need 5.
Right. So you know, I mean, and that was uncharacteristic for Sid, but she came back and finished her routine strong too. So, you know, that started it off from there for the last 2 performers to go and do what they can do.
Well, the last few, I mean, that's a 1-2 punch with Maddie Dagan and Jake Carey. How grateful are you to have them in those last 2 spots on 3 of the events in this type of competition?
Yeah, the experience is there. You know, I mean, I know Jade's a sophomore, but she has so much experience, and so it's like when she goes up there, she's so confident in her abilities, and it was a good time for that to have those 2 right after a fall. So,
well, leading after their first event, I mean, this is going to be a very close competition.
Yeah.
What are you going to tell your team as they head to the next event?
Well, I think it's just going out and doing what we know we can do. They can't do more. They don't do less. You know, just get ready for, and it's a great meet to get us ready for postseason. So we're going to have fun with that and enjoy our competition, because that's when we do our best.
Appreciate the time. Congratulations on all the success. The 198, the big crowd against Utah.
Thank you.
You still got the energy after 26 years. Good for you.
Thank you. We're looking forward to the rest of the meet.
Good luck rest of the way, Tanya. Thank you for your
so
time.
much. Good luck. Bye.
Tanya Chaplin has always been good to us. 750 meets she's coached. How many have you seen? About half of that? Yeah, it's amazing. Great start. So while most teams try to avoid the beam or they fear it, Oregon State seizes it and turns an obligation into an opportunity with a 49-5 to lead after 1. And the best team in this conference is the best team in the country on that event, the Red Rocks of the University of Utah. In fact, not only are they #1, they are #1 in the country for 9 weeks, and that's Miley O'Keefe, who's up right now. Miley O'Keefe is the #1 individual beam worker in college gymnastics. She's gone 9.9 9 times. She has 3 perfect scores this year. She is the all-time record holder for perfect scores on the beam in the deep and rich Utah gymnastics history. It's amazing.
The beam lineup is very deep. They have multiple athletes that can come up and hit that 9.9 range or better. They're confident. They've got great skills. So right now they need to handle the pressure. They're sitting in 3rd place after that first rotation, but this event could be the event that jumps them to the top.
California moves to the vault in the 2nd rotation. Golden Bears ranked 11th, average better than a 49.35. Their best is a 49.45, and it happened to come in this building, the Wasatch Classic, at the beginning of the season. California lineup, 3 10s at the back end to Sousa, Lazan, and Frazier. Maya Lazan doesn't get enough credit in this conference, certainly not from us. A super talented, she's ranked on everything. Hopefully we'll get to see her this rotation. Remember, this is the 2nd year in which the coaches elected to go 4 at a time. For us, we like going 1 at a time so we don't miss anything. And occasionally you hear a roar from the crowd in the background. We'll try to catch up as soon as we can. And of course, if you want to watch, you can see all 4 apparatus feeds, including a scoreboard feed, Pac12.com, the Pac12 Now app. Just go to the link, put in whatever event you want to watch. Andy Lee to lead off for California. On vault, scores have been rising. She had a 9.9 last time she was in this building.
And fighting for that landing. They know how important these landings are going to be. Vault has been a tight scoring event from session 1 into session 2. If you're going to do a layup full, it's got to be high, they've got to have good distance, and you've got to stick the landing.
To the beam, Amelie Morgan, the sophomore, leads off. Olympic bronze medalist for Great Britain. She has a very difficult mount and a series right after it. She's got 9.8 8 times.
Yeah, unique mount. We're going to see that throughout the day for Utah in this lineup. And then a triple series right off the top. 2 back handsprings to lay out, step out, settles it in.
Got that out of the way quickly and cleanly.
We already talked about their ranking, but they have hit the 49-7 mark 3 times this season on the balance beam. And unique dismount as well. Gainer, front pull off the side.
Obviously, a lot of Utah fans in the building, they understand how important this event is. Savvy gymnastics fans. UCLA moves to the bars. The Bruins are 6th in NCAA collegiate gymnastics. Kalyani Steele.
Opening the release combination up to the high bar, back down to the low bar. You can see from our angle, we sometimes see the leg splits. The judges sit on the side. They do not get the same perspective as we do. They're looking for those cast handstands, legs glued together on the turning elements, and a small hop there on that double layout.
Shea Campbell had already gone 9.875 in the 1 spot for UCLA. Remember, the Bruins were 4th after the first rotation. Savannah Miller, 9.875 opener for Oregon State on the floor. Ariana Young. This has been her only event the last 5 meets at a 9.925 at Stanford. That is a career high for her.
Opening with a clean double pike. We talk about the crowd getting loud for Utah, but the energy it creates for all these teams makes it so fun to compete. Solid landing there in the second tumbling pass. Forward there on our final tumbling pass.
UCLA on bars. Campbell 9.875. Steele just a 9.75. They will actually want to drop that score. Good place to start right here, building back on a Potterio. 2019 Canadian uneven bars champion. Good all season. 8 times she's gone 9.85. Had a 9.95 against Stanford.
And a gorgeous start to this routine, hitting every single handstand, including the bail handstand on the low bar. Full twisting double back, and holds on to that landing. Head coach Janelle McDonald loves it.
McDonald, her first season as UCLA head coach, been here many times as the bars coach for California. Now running her own program and doing a splendid job. Came into a tough situation, has calmed things down and turned UCLA right back in to a premier program. Don't think that Utah and UCLA don't know what's going on at the other end. They hear the crowd, they know the scores. But we don't get to know the secret, do we? In comes Carly Dockendorf, now in her 6th season, coaches the beam for Tom Farton. Carly was an uneven bars champion of this conference for the University of Washington back in the day, and multiple 10s. Abby Paulson, two-time defending Pac-12 champion on the balance beam. There have been three-time winners before on beam, but not for a while.
She's ranked 20th this season. Last week putting up a 9.925. But this routine is packed with difficulty, and she has stunning technique. Starting right here. Side aerial layout. Step out, a little off balance. Able to hold on. Whoa, great save there. She did her Sisson. Her foot completely slipped off to the side. Difficult dismount here as well. Side aerial to that 1.5 twist. So not her best routine of the season, but great fight. Multiple times she could have come off. As we jump over to MJ Frazier on the vault. Yurchenko double full. That's how fast it's moving around here.
Yeah, you gotta keep your head on a swivel. MJ Frazier has gone 9.95 on vault this year. She's always over 9.85, but we'll see where this one comes out. We just got a glimpse of it at the end. So we go from MJ Frazier, freshman, to fifth-year senior Marquetta Frazier. 2021 Pac-12 co-champion on this event. Just went 9-9 last week at home on senior day against Iowa State.
Beautiful release combination, flying to the low bar. And then back up to the high bar with a half turn. Perfect form. Wrapping it up, double layout.
Marquetta, a talented gymnast, but super creative as well. You'll see that during her floor exercise later. She's a singer, a songwriter. She's into poetry, fashion, music. Kara Aker now on beam for the Red Rocks. Remember, they were #1 in the country, and they've had a little bit of a bobble. McKenna Smith went 9.725, Abby Paulson 9.775. So the window is closing already on Utah. Kara Aker must put up a big score.
Love this mount. She leaps onto the beam, works her way across.
She's #4 in collegiate gymnastics on the beam. All 8 of her scores 9.9 plus. The last 4 have been 9.95.
They just need to relax. I mean, they have done these routines over and over. They've all been able to post 9.9 or better.
She's been on this beam once before this year. The Best of Utah meet had a 10.
Perfect. Holding that landing just to make sure everybody saw that. I mentioned Utah has the difficulty, but the artistry on this event. Their dance elements, they draw you in. It's more than just a beam routine, it's a performance. The flashing the U as she sets up for the dismount. Gainer full off the side.
How bad do they want that one? It is going to be an uncomfortable rest of the rotation. They have no room for error. They still have Crystal Issa and the great Miley O'Keefe to come. And Jordan Childs says, yeah, that's for me, isn't it? I love Jordan Childs. Just her personality, let alone her gymnastics. Good for her. Just lean into it.
Well, they're in for a show on this event. I mean, high-flying releases to Kachev in the pike position down to the low bar.
And let's keep in mind, the last 2 times she's been on bars, perfect tens. 2 in a row.
4 release moves packed in this routine. And then she'll wrap it up, full twisting double back.
Another one?
And the thing is, this crowd will go wild for her, too. They love great gymnastics.
Are we going to see another one from Jordan Childs? She just announced she'll forego next year for UCLA, and she'll pursue a spot on the Olympic team for Paris. She was 7th in the all-around last year. She's 2nd in the country this time around. And coming in, everybody talking about the showdown. Number 1, Jade Carey against number 2, Jordan Childs. The all-around, of course, is in the background because this is a team event, but it's fun to watch. So the 9.9 for Morgan and the 9.95 for Kara Aker, both scores we're used to seeing. Smith and Paulson, subpar numbers. So Issa and O'Keefe got to make up some of the difference. On beam, Utah averages a 49.67. Childs got a 10. She got a 10. That's 3 weeks in a row. Jordan Childs gets a 10 on bars. That is remarkable. Maybe they were cheering her at the start. So back and forth, these two go, and don't sleep on California. There's too much going on, Amanda.
I get distracted. I mean, I don't know where to watch half the time, but watch this now.
Hold your breath.
Back handspring right into that chest position. Crystal Issa, one of my favorite gymnasts to watch. She just is beaming ear to ear from the minute you see her come in the arena. And this beam routine is so fun to watch.
Number 16 in the country, a 2-time All-American. Had a 10 against Arizona. Triple series.
Wow, unbelievable. Layout. Her back foot totally stuttered in between the 2 skills. Not easy to recover from, and she didn't make a bobble on the landing. She has a quick pace to her choreography. Taking a quick selfie before she dismounts. She's gonna like this routine.
Yes. And remember, she didn't have a good experience on bars. All is forgiven now. They have adjusted the score on Jordan Childs on bars. One of the judges gave her a 10. Now it's been downgraded to a 9.975. It wasn't perfect. 9.975 for Childs. Maddie Dagan with her sister Lacey, now a volunteer coach, right in her corner, as she should be. Want to drop ledges 9.6. Other than that, the rotation is going according to plan. Remember Jade Carey in the anchor spot. Dagan is a seasoned veteran. She's been here many times. She knows the drill.
It's a fun routine, lots of personality. Maddie Dagan and Jade Carey anchor 3 of the events. We saw it in the balance beam. They had a stumble midway through. These 2 step up at the back part of the lineup. Once again here on floor, they have a 9.6 in the middle of the lineup that they want to drop. And as strong double pike to finish it.
Even though you're a grad student, it's still fun, isn't it?
Love to see how much fun they have as they wrap up their gymnastics career. I think you have a new appreciation.
Acre 995, Issa 995. And here comes the best beam worker in the country, Miley O'Keefe. I've said it many times on air. They charged me a ticket price to watch Miley O'Keefe on beam. I would gladly pay it. She has 3 perfect 10s on beam this year.
She opens up with her tumbling series, side aerial layout, step out. Squaring up perfectly, a little bobble there on the end.
Tried to cover it.
Everything Miley does, she strives for that perfect execution and detail. Overextending her leaps, her artistry on both beam and floor. All that's left is the dismount. Off the side, holding on to it.
So they repair the rotation. They're going to get a great score. We'll find out what they give Miley O'Keefe. And quickly, before the crowd even quiets down, we go to the Olympic gold medalist on floor, Jade Carey.
And watch this first tumbling pass. Double-double, 2 flips, 2 twists, the most difficult you see in college gymnastics.
You just saw the #1 beam worker in the country in Miley O'Keefe. Jade Carey is #1 on the floor.
She has gotten a perfect 10 on this event last week, a 9.975. Final pass right here, combination, unique front layout through to fast flipping double pike. Once again, they need a big score, and she delivers.
Let's go back and look at the first pass.
Watch this, 2 flips, 2 twists. She has performed this in the layout position, so she has more difficulty in her back pocket, but she can do that just about perfect every single time. So fun to watch.
Meantime, the score is in on Miley O'Keefe at 9.95. That means Utah, even with the trouble early in the rotation, goes 49.525. California on vault, 49.275. UCLA on bars, 49.575. So remember, UCLA was 4th, and right now, they may have had the best rotation. Waiting on the final score for Jade Carey, and to see what Oregon State gets in its floor rotation. That's a 9.975 for the Olympic gold medalist Jade Carey on floor. Oregon State, 49.450. We'll check the scores. Utah's right back into this. Heck, they're all in this.
My mom got us an aqua sauna. She says it takes bad stuff out of the water and makes it healthier and